everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing okay. Brenda's here. PJ's here. Nightbot is here. Aunt Beck is here, and she survived her nerve study. Those are very painful, so you have my sympathies, Becky. Hang on here. I'm trying to minimize a few things and get my act together. Hi, Thunder. Hi, Tina. Thanks for coming, guys. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for coming. Hi, Kathy. Let me turn down the air conditioner. Okay, I am grabbing a quick mouthful of food. We love our pressure cooker. It's called an Instant Pot. Hi, Lori. So Sanjay just made up a pot of chicken biryani out of the pressure cooker, and it's really good. So I didn't get a chance to eat. I will be grabbing a mouthful as I can tonight. So if you hear me smacking my lips, my apologies. And beer. Turn your overhead. Say what? Oh, turn the overhead camera on? Okay. Howdy. There you go. Chicken biryani. Hi, Missy. Thanks for coming. Hi, Wanda. I'm eating dinner. Hi, Joyce. Oh, you just finished soup and bits for dinner. That sounds good. It's lunchtime Wednesday here. Oh, okay, so you're in Australia or New Zealand, Tanya? Hi, Lynn. Oh, yeah, poor Becky's been having some troubles. I'm glad the test is over, Becky. Hi, Gail. Thank you for coming. Okay, I'm multitasking too. I'm trying to eat my dinner. Sanjay and I were busy trying to prep for tonight's show. I needed to cut some hard panel. No, dear. That's Sanjay's job. We used our pressure cooker. We have an Instant Pot, and we absolutely love it. You just throw the stuff in there, and in like 15 minutes you have dinner. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for coming. Hi, Kiki. Your screen is black. Refresh. Hang on. Let me tell Kiki to refresh. I be here. You don't see food? It is chicken biryani. It is chicken thighs, basmati rice, organic mixed vegetables, onions, spices, Indian spices, masala, garam masala. Hi, Martha. Garlic. So lots of spices, and you just put it in your pressure cooker. We have an Instant Pot, and it cooks this in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I think he had it under pressure for 5 minutes. So I'm trying to grab it. Yeah, it's food. So, okay. We have 13 people, so I guess that means I have to put my food away. I will sit it up here and hopefully it won't fall. Okay, who else came in? Did I see Dana come in? Garam masala, an Indian spice. Lynn. Hi, Clara. I have to tell you, I absolutely love the name Clara. I saw you on Carla's show today. Kali Naku? Who is Kali Naku? Kiki. Yeah, I'm trying to eat my food. Sorry. You guys aren't here to watch me eat. I'm already losing people. Okay, so I have a bunch of small things that we can play with tonight, because tonight we're doing... Oh, Kali Naku is Kathy. Okay. Is Kali Naku her real name, or is that something between you and her? Okay, so tonight we're doing basics on acrylic pouring. And I'm not bringing out the big tub today. Who show? Oh, I was watching Caged Fish, Carla. Oh, it's her native name. Okay. Okay. All right, well, I wanted to start tonight by showing you Sunday's pours. So I'll leave this stuff here. And let me go grab Sunday's pours, and I will be right back. So you chat amongst yourselves. Let me go gather them up. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. So this was the stems. And just like black, green seems to be light and it floats to the top. So it kind of took over. This one, I would probably end up either completely pouring over or adding new flowers to it. Okay, who came in while I was gone? Jada's here, Andrea's here, Tina, Brenda, Martha, and Tina. Okay. Amanda's here. Hi, Amanda. And Tanya. So, like I said, pardon me, the flowers kind of got lost in the stems. So that was that one. This one was the request, the color request by Aristi. It was blues and golds. And I tried a vein of sparkle using... Hi, Little C. How are you? Hi, Nalisha. How are you? This one I used the sparkle and the Floetrol that I've made. and it didn't really go as dark as I had hoped. But it's still, you know, it's still pretty. And it may darken. I don't believe that this is cured yet. It's still kind of cool on the back. This one I love. Let me zoom out. There we go. This one, I like the way it came out. I don't really see a lot of the glimmer that was in this region, but it will come out once I hit it with some clear gloss. That's another reason why you'd want to put clear gloss on here, because when the acrylic paints dry, they kind of get dulled. So putting on the clear gloss makes the colors pop again. So that's that one. There's another piece of cardboard, and this is another one that had a lot of silver metallic in it. Again, a lot of glitter, and if I look just right, I can see it, but I believe it will really pop when I put some finish over it. Okay. So, and here are the two, these were color requests by Kiki, I believe. They were green, red, gold, and green. So those are the pours from Sunday night. I'm going to get them out of my way now. And I have to spread them out so that they don't stick to each other, because they have a tendency to do that. Now, oh, thanks, Carrie. Yes, the wildflowers, yes, the green really took over. Oh, family's on a weird schedule. Okay, I am going to grab another mouthful of food because it's getting cold. Okay, this is all cardboard. And I have more cardboard under here. What better use for a contracts textbook? Yeah, the wildflower one got a lot more green. And I believe that that's due to the fact that the green pigment is lighter than the white. And that's one thing to consider when you're playing with, when you're doing acrylic pouring. And you can, if you are really into the science behind it all, there are gravity studies on the various pigments, and I believe if you search Golden's website, you can find that information. And they'll tell you that white is the heaviest and will sink to the bottom. That way, if you, and being that it's that heavy, if you want a lot of lacing with the white, then you would put the white in your cup first. That way it ends up on the canvas last, and it will sink down under all the colors, and some of it will stay and you'll get lacing and cells. Black is very light, and it will take over your painting. So you have to be very, very cautious using black, and apparently so is green. Yeah, those needles are nasty, Becky. They are horrible. So I have a variety of cardboard here, And you can pour on cardboard. There's no reason why you can't. You can pour on Yupo. You can pour on watercolor paper, whatever you have around. Especially when you're first learning, why waste a canvas? Yeah, I've been there, done that, Kiki. My hands, my arms, and my legs have tingled nonstop for the last decade or more, and they do go numb, and then it comes back, but the tingling never goes away. So, and I've had those nerve studies. They are not fun. They hurt. So tonight we can start with mixing some colors. I need some more red, and I think I'll make a big bottle because I love it so much. And let me get a bottle of, go on, Rose. I need a bottle of Floetrol, and that's almost empty, so I'm going to get another bottle. Look at it, Rose. Go on. Out. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, come on. All right, here's the Floetrol. What is the ratio of Floetrol to paint? It depends. Sanjay, stop. It depends on the paint. If you're starting with something like, where are they? I don't know where they are right now. If you are starting with Golden's fluid paints, you probably only need about 10 drops to about 10 drops of paint to probably 4 ounces of Floetrol. If you're using craft paint, you may want to do 50-50. I use house paint and craft paint combined to get the shades and colors that I want. So I start with a half, a 50-50 ratio. And then if it's still a little too thick, I will add water. Just to, kind of get it so it will flow a little better. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for coming. So I'm going to start by putting some Floetrol in here. This is a 16-ounce container. And there's going to be clumps, and frankly, I really don't care at this point. Hi, Mary. Thank you for coming. That was a big blob. That was a really big blob. All right. And my pail is full. Okay. Yeah, there's a big blob in there. I'm just going to ignore it. And, a lot of people say, oh, you have to strain your Floetrol. I really don't care. I pick the lumps out. If I have a lump, this really needs to be shaken up better. If I have a lump, I will just pick it out. It's not the end of the world. Okay. And, your Liquitex and your Golden can lump up too. So can Mod Podge. And as far as pouring mediums, my opinion on using glue, don't do it. Especially if you want to sell your work. Glue is meant to get very hard. And, oh, come on. My hands are not strong anymore. Glue is meant to get hard. And it will crack. Especially if it is on a flexible surface. So you really want a pouring medium. Like like Liquitex matte medium or gloss medium, Mod Podge, and Floetrol. Hi Sherry, thanks for coming. I'm gonna grab another mouthful of my dinner. Okay, so I have filled this bottle half full. Okay. And now the fun will begin. I have this lovely Valspar red. And let me pick out some other colors. I have some craft metallic. This is Folk Art Bright Red metallic. And I have some of this Color Shift. I am eating my chicken biryani that my husband just finished making. I got a late start tonight because I was cutting up hardboard. So my apologies for chewing on air. Okay. And I also use this PBO. Let's see if I have a redder PBO. I will be right there, guys. Just opening up these boxes. Last one. Come on, open up. No, okay. All right, so here we go. Hi, Janet. Thanks for coming. Okay, so now we're going to start with red. I have another version of red. And this one has slightly less blue in it, I think. Okay. This one, for some reason, looks like it might have a wee bit more blue. These are samples that I got at Lowe's. You get 7.2 ounces in a color sample. Hi, Patricia. And you can walk into any Lowe's or Home Depot. Here's stuff from Home Depot. And this is 7 ounces. So you can walk in and pick any paint chip on the wall and bring it over to the desk and say, I would like a sample of this. And they are extremely reasonably priced, especially when they go on sale. And they're acrylic paint. They're 100% acrylic paint. And the nice thing about these is they don't have any really nasty, horrible chemicals in them, like cadmium or phthalo or any of those other horrendous ingredients, because they'd be sued out of business. Okay, so using house paint is much safer, and it's much, much, much more affordable, especially when you're starting out. Oh, there's Carrie, Epiphany Craft Studios. Did everybody pop over to her channel and subscribe to her? She posted a great video this week. She made some poured leaves, and they came out really cool. So yes, house paint is the way I go. Home Depot tends to put stuff on sale, and when they do, this is the Marquee, and this is their top of the line paint. Who needs a wrench? Carrie? Oh, she already disappeared. Oh no, there she is. Hang on, I'll give her a wrench. Okay, Carrie, Epiphany Craft Studios is now a wrench. This is their Bare Premium Plus. When this stuff goes on sale, it's $1.64 for 7 ounces of fantastic house paint. When this goes on sale, it's $1.97. Ah, see, Sherry's doing the same thing I am. She's eating dinner. This is, again, is 7 ounces and it's $1.97. This is 7 ounces. It's $1.64. And it's usually free shipping. Missy says, when Home Depot goes on sale, Rose buys them out. Yeah, I think we basically wiped them out the last time. Do I have a favorite? What? Oh, silicone. Let me get it out. I'm still dealing with that cold, so excuse my sniffling. This is the silicone I use. Okay? 3-in-1 all temp silicone. It is the standard. It's been around since 1894. And you only need, like I'll say, when I'm mixing up paint for a pour, this is a 4-ounce container. I use about 3 drops. In here, I'll probably use about 6 drops. And again, you don't have to put silicone in your pre-made bottles. You can just put the silicone in the cup that you're using to pour your paint. Okay? Spray silicone can be used, but you're going to end up using an awful lot. What I would suggest is, rather than spray directly into your cup, is to spray into a plastic cup and then use a dropper and just take you know, an eyedropper and then add the sprayed silicone that way. The silicone is like mixing oil and water, you know, or like oil and vinegar when you're making a salad dressing. When you put the oil in, you get bubbles. And if you shake it, you get lots of little smaller bubbles. It's what makes the cells. Because it's so much lighter than the paint colors, it will rise to the top. And as it does so, some paint gets stuck to it and comes to the surface. When you're doing pourable, when you're doing acrylic pours, you really need to be careful about the amount of silicone you use. Because if you use an abundance of silicone, you're going to have a hard time getting all the silicone off of your finished piece so you can put your finish on it. So you can put your varnish or your gloss coat, whatever you're putting on top of it. And the main reason that I put a cover coat of gloss varnish on my pieces is because acrylic paint, even if you buy gloss, the colors will dull when they dry. Because when you first pour it, it's really, you know, it really makes you, it pops. And your eyes are going absolutely crazy. So when it dries, it dulls down. But by putting a gloss varnish on top of it, you bring all those colors back and it really pops. Like the samples that I showed you that we did on Sunday. You really can't see the metallics yet. But in probably by the weekend or so, I will try putting some gloss coat on top, and that will bring the colors back. Hi, Spanky. Yeah, I love adding the gloss. It really does make a huge difference to your pieces, and especially if you're using metallics. Okay, so that's the dirty on silicone. And all right, so I have about 7 ounces of Floetrol in here. And now I'm going to start mixing my paints. Now these are not exactly red, but they're, you know, they're close enough. So I'm going to add enough red from here. And then I'll probably about half the space that I have left. Okay? Because that's a real pretty red. So I'm going to pour that in. And again, you have to leave enough space to shake, and you have to leave enough space to add any water if you need it. Okay, so that's about half the space I had. Okay, so that was probably about 3 or 4 ounces, I guess, of the red. If you lightly dust your paintings with baby powder, yes, you can get some of it off, but you may not always get all the baby powder off, and then you're going to have that problem too. You can use alcohol, but I won't use it because it can reactivate your softer paints if they're not 100% cured. I have used baby wipes. Obviously, you're not going to rub, an alcohol coated, baby wipe on your baby's bottom. So you can use the baby wipes. You don't want to use an alcohol wipe. Hi, Aristi. So, you can, but some people were actually running these things under the kitchen faucet and scrubbing them with soap and water. You don't need to do that, and it will destroy the paint. So yeah, just use a baby wipe, or you can, like I said, if you haven't used too much silicone, you can use a little baby oil, baby powder, or, or cornstarch or whatever you want, just to try and soak it up. But I have had absolutely no problems whatsoever just using a baby wipe. And then, and a lot of times I don't even do that. So I I try not to use a lot of silicone. So you can see this jar right now, it looks like it is pure white. Yeah, you don't need dishwashing liquid. That's horrible. That destroys the paint. I mean, if you're you would use I use the baby wipe just to wipe off any type of silicone oil that may have risen to the top. But I don't use a lot of silicone oil. I only use a few drops. Exactly. So like for a jar this big, this is 16 ounces, I will put about 5 or 6 drops of silicone in it. And lately, I have been not using silicone in my pre-made colors at all. I usually wait until I get into, start pouring everything into a cup. Okay, so you can see this. I just gave it a couple of shakes, and now all the red is distributed. Okay, so now I'm going to have some fun. Again, remembering that I need to leave space for water. Okay, so I'm going to put some of this in because it is just so gorgeous. It really is very, very pretty. Okay. This is very similar to this. This gives you a flash of blue. And I think this one does too. Okay, so, whoops. All right. This seems a bit more liquid than the PBO. Yeah, you can use tap water. I mean, I wouldn't use it if you have really bad water, if you have high sulfur or high chlorine. It's sort of a metallic. This is called color shift. Hang on a second. Let me get this paint out of here. Okay. Out of the lid. I don't want to put it back on and then. It is a yes, it's a mica shift. Hang on a second. Let's see. This shifts from pink to, or red to, like a bluish purple. I don't know if you can actually see it. Not really. It's kind of difficult to show it on camera, but it does have, it's an acrylic paint with a metallic gloss finish. And it's, the mica that is in it is called interference. So depending on the angle of the light that's hitting it, it changes color. Okay, so I've added some of that. And this is Folk Art Bright Red Metallic. And this, you know, it's kind of like more of the same actually. But I do like to have a sparkle in mine. Now I still have quite a bit of room here. So what I thought I would do is actually add some sparkle. I have this holographic glitter that I really like. I don't think I have any red. I do have really shocking red glitter, but I really don't like it. It screams Christmas. Okay, so I've added some of that. I also have mica powder that is clear. Let me see, is it on my desk? Where did it end up? I used it the other night. I don't think, there it is. I see it on the corner of my desk. Way over yonder. Okay, this is mica powder, super sparkle. This is really old. I got this when I was doing a lot of woodworking. You can get it on eBay and Amazon. eBay may get you a better price. And it is for the cosmetic industry. So it's extremely fine. So I can add some of that. And of course I spilled it. Let's see if I can't get it up here. I tell you, this cold will not go away. I'm still coughing and sniffling. Getting tired of it. Okay. Close that up. Be careful, you know, don't like create a dust cloud with this because you really don't want to inhale it. Okay. And now I'm going to give this a good shake and see what happens. Yes, I did use it in my dragonfly crystals, yes. Hi, Anne. Thanks for coming. Oh, that's something I got to talk to you all. Thank you for reminding me, Anne. I want to talk about two things that I saw, or one project that I really think I would love to do with you guys, maybe as our first swap or something, in our new Facebook group. And there is the blob of, oh no, that's a blob of glitter. So let's mix that up good. Okay. And I think what I'll do is add a little water and then start shaking a little more vigorously. And I never did get my water jar filled. Yeah, nerve studies are no fun. They basically electrocute you in a controlled manner. They put one needle in one place and another needle with a charge on it in another place. and they follow the nerves. So if you have a completely pinched nerve and you have no feeling whatsoever, the second needle will not get a return signal. Yep, buzz. It's basically like a taser. I'm going to grab another mouthful of dinner as it's getting ice cold here. Oh, thanks, Carrie. Okay. Yeah, I like Carla. She is very, very talented. She said she might try and come. Hi, Lottie. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been okay. Yes, they can fix it, Joyce. Or they might be able to improve it. If it's just nerve damage, sometimes Neurontin or other nerve medications can help ease the discomfort. If it's pinched, they can try and remove the pinch. If you have collapsed discs, they can remove the disc and then they can fuse the vertebrae. So there's a whole bunch of different things you can do depending on where the problem is. Yeah, sometimes physical therapy helps, because if it's in your lower back and you're having, you know, a lot of lower back problems, if you can exercise and do some physical therapy, you can build up the muscles. And that will alleviate a lot of the problems. Okay, so let's see what this looks like now. See, now that has a nice color shift. You really can't see it. I'm so sorry. You can see a slight change. Right, yours is in your arm, Becky, and some people have had problems like that where it's your elbow or your shoulder joint that's actually pinching the nerve and not your spine. And for that, they can also, you know, they can also do surgery. Hi, Diana. Thanks for coming, darling. Yeah, everybody, please. I know Kiki has not been well. Her mother's not been well. Spanky's not been feeling well. Aunt Beck's not feeling well. We all feel like crap. So let's keep everybody. Just keep each other in your hearts. Say your prayers if you like. What do you want, Sunshine? I haven't finished this yet. I'm trying. You wanted to see if I wanted more biryani. Oh, and for those of you that came in late, my husband is an excellent cook. Oh, that's fantastic, Nalisha. You know, I have never tried acupuncture. I really should give it a shot, I think. I'm trying to go down deep to see how thick this is. It is pouring nicely, but I think I will probably fill the rest of this. Oh, there's Carla. We were just talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing. Yeah, my husband's an excellent cook. He really is. And, you know, he really knows his way around the Indian spices. In order to get really authentic Indian food, you really have to know how to cook the spices. And I try and do everything in one pot, and you can't do that. It is very aromatic. Yes, it is. There's a lot of, there's some garam masala in there, and you know, onions, and that is not me. It is the paint. think I killed that bottle. And I might do a touch more water and then a touch more Floetrol, and that'll be the end of it. Thanks for coming, Carla. I have to tell you guys, Carla, I'm stealing your idea of the Fibs journal. It just sounds so awesomely fun. And I think I'm going to make it the first swap that our group does. It's going to be lots of fun. And Fibs, like, you know, like white lies, Fibs stands for Friends in the Box. And all you guys in the computer are in the box. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And basically you send each other some ephemera or stickers or whatever. Little bits of you. So like I would send you a page of chicken stamps and things like that. And then the recipient has to do a journal page with all the things that you sent. You know, and then somebody else sends her another bundle of stuff and she has to do a page. And you have to go check out Caged Fish. Let me go give you a link to her channel. Hang on a second. There she is. Give me un momento. Go to channel. Copy. Okay. This is Caged Fish YouTube channel. And that's Carla. And check out her video from today. She did a live stream today. And she talks about the Fibs book. And she got something from a gal in Belgium. And she had all, yes, she does those the fish bits. Carla, tell them what fish bits are. Or I can tell them. Up to you. Okay. So that takes care of my red. Now I have a new bottle. I don't see her responding. It might be too long. I love chickens, Nalisha. I have 8 chickens. I have 8 girls, and I'll show you the wall behind me. I just finished a chicken challenge, and people sent me something chickeny, and the winners are in the house right now. Janet won 2nd place, and Patricia won 1st place, and no, I haven't shipped them out yet. Sorry. Still working on it. But yeah, I have 8 chickens. The fish bits are little bits of ephemera that that Carla collects, and she's been making packs of them and selling them, I think, on her Etsy store. So that's real cool. I don't have a big enough collection of ephemera to do things like that, but yeah, definitely click on the link I posted and check out her channel. It's really, really good. Okay, so I need some more purple. Let me put the reds away and grab my purple, which is right here. Get that out of the way. Oh, through your email. Okay, so follow Carla's channel and get her contact information, and you too can get yourself some fish bits. But a gal in Belgium sent her a package to do her Fibs journal page today. And she had the most amazing bird stamps. or not bird stamps, kind of like steampunk and kind of out there and odd. And I asked her to hold them up to her screen so I could get a screenshot of it. And then I ended up doing a search on the internet, and I actually found the source for the stamps, and I posted the link in her live stream. So I'm sure this company is going to be wiped out today. I have not had a chance to order mine yet, so they better still have some. Sorry, I'm swallowing some dinner. Okay. That's right. Purple, red, and silver. The other night we had to quit before I got a chance to do a second color request. And Michelle wanted purple, red, and silver. So I will be doing that one tonight. Go on, Miss Rosie Pose. You are not licking out my bowl yet because I want more. Rosie looking for a handout. Okay. So you can see this is a little bit thicker than the red because this is a little bit older. So that would require more Floetrol. If you're using a highly pigmented fluid acrylic, you'd only need about 10 drops of paint through like 4 or 5 ounces of Floetrol. So, all right. So that's mixed. And now, for my next trick, I will attempt to pour from this big mouth into this little mouth, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I want to see how much I got in there. So what consistency are you going for? You're going for something like a crepe batter. You don't want it like a yogurt smoothie. You want it to be runnier than a yogurt smoothie, but not as runny as heavy cream. Does that make sense? Can everybody quantify yogurt and heavy cream? The consistency that you're looking for depends on, you know, I guess altitude and humidity. But you do want something that you can pour, and that when you pull your stick out of it, it will run off in a nice smooth bead. I don't know how much I've got in here because the paint is dried. So I can't really tell how full this is. It's feeling pretty good. Okay. Yogurt will hang on the spoon. Cream will coat the spoon but flow off. Yes. And you don't want something as light as half and half because that's too runny. So somewhere in between, maybe I have to adjust that. If you know what yogurt is, do you know what kefir is? Kefir is some kind of yogurty drink of some sort, but somewhere between that and heavy cream. After the show tonight, I will post a link to the stamps that I saw on Carla's show today. They are really, really funny. I'm going to put a touch of black in here, or actually no. I'm going to put a touch of my really dark blue in here, just to darken it up a touch. And I do want, I know what I'll use. Hang on, guys, while I grab it. I'm going to use some of this right here. This is PBO Dyna, and it is Blue Night Iridescent. Okay, and that's got a really pretty color to it. So I'm going to use a touch of that in here because I do like the shimmer, but this is real thick, so I don't want to add too much. Stick a wee bit of water in here. The consistency of warm honey. Yes, that's perfect. Okay. And I am going to add some glitter to that. I have a blue mica that I can add to it. Because I like glitter. There's some iridescent in here, but I also like some glitter. I need to find me a small stick. One that will actually fit. And I see one. Well, I just have to try and reach it without knocking anything over. Okay, got myself a handful. Okay. This is quite blue. I don't want to change the paint blue, but I do like the metallics. I think it just adds so much more dimension. What is a compass? Aristi, a compass. When you're looking at a map, especially a nautical map, one of the water or the ocean, and you see what they call a rose that shows you north, south, east, and west, well, that's a compass. And a compass you'll find on a ship, and it will tell you where north is or west is or east. So that is what a compass is. It gives you direction. Okay. Okay, let me shake this up and see what happens. Touch more water. I don't want to accidentally put beer in here, because then it will have bubbles. And you see, I did not finish off this. I did not finish off my purple paint before I added new. So every time I make it, you're talking about a compass you use to make circles with. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, so you're talking about the nail and the pencil. Yes, okay, so yes, as Kiki says, a compass is a tool to draw a circle. Okay. You do have to shake your paints and mix them well, especially when you're mixing different colors. I like to make my own color. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Okay, that's a nice color. And it's got a pretty good drip to it. Yep, I'm happy with that. It's kind of difficult to show you the drip factor because you are looking straight down. Let me switch to face cam and see if I can show it to you this way. So it's kind of like a warm honey, as Brenda pointed out before. Okay. And again, I'm not putting any silicone in here. I guess I could. Okay, so I'm going to put about 4 drops. I did not put any in my red. Brenda's crafty. Be like Brenda. Okay, so that is the purple. What else do we need here? This blue is pretty good right now. And again, I've got so many different colors in here, I couldn't tell you what I have in here. But it could always use some more glitter, so I'll put some glitter in it. Add some silver in any acrylic paint. Oh, and that makes it become metallic. Okay, I didn't know that. See, we learned something new from our friends. That is quite cool. I can also add some of this blue PBO. Come on. Go in the jar, not outside of it. And now I've got all this excess that came out. Okay. That is a paint glob. That's going in the garbage. Oh, I'm still trying to eat my dinner, so I know, Patricia. Let's try it again. Okay. Add a wee bit of this. Close the powder. Water. You don't want to use too much water. You can use water to thin your paints, but you don't want to use too much because then your paints won't stick to your canvas. I usually add, a few drops at a time, maybe a teaspoon at a time. You can always add more, but you can't take away. Okay, let me shake this up real good. See how it goes. Wipe up this mess here. Uh-oh. My cap just took off. I heard it hit something. I heard it hit something. I don't know where it went. It is a little red cap. And I don't see it. And I need it because it's spilling out. Let me try and find it. Come on, where'd you go? I don't see it. It probably landed on the floor, which is not good. I'll take one from over here. Okay, don't lose your caps. Don't know where it went. Okay, let's see how thick this is now. It's on your right behind jar? Okay. Alright, let me see what kind of color we ended up with. See, down here at the bottom it's kind of thick. But that's because I just keep adding paint to this bottle. I never really empty it out. Let's see. Yeah, it could be a little wetter. You're buffering, go out and refresh. Okay. Alright, so that's the blue. I've done purple. I've got plenty of gold. And I got the red and I got the purple. And I promised Michelle that I would do a pour at her request, you know, of her colors. Let me swallow a few mouthfuls of food, and then we'll do our first pour. Sanjay. Sanjay. Yeah. Can you get me some more? Okay. And I think we'll start with why not? This is a piece of hardboard. Hi Nancy, thank you for coming. Hi Lisa. Thank you for coming. I think I saw Lisa in Carla's live stream today. Thank you. And I'm knocking my paint over. You should get a hubby to do, oh, a cooking special. Yeah, we could do that. Not, okay, not a chance. He does not like being on camera. He is not a social butterfly. Let me stick this over here. Put down. One thing you do want to do is protect your surface. And one of the best things about doing acrylic pouring is the fact that if you pour on this is a Teflon sheet, Teflon cooking sheet, and I keep it on the bottom of my tray because I can peel this off And I can use this pretty design and this over here, and glue, glue it on ATC or whatever. So, don't throw it away. Okay. Again, this is hardboard, and you get it in your home improvement store. Just show the food. Okay. I can do the talking. Okay. So again, this is hardboard. If you look in your husband's garage or a mechanic's workroom, and you see pegboard on the wall, well, hardboard is pegboard without the holes. It is a composite wood and maybe some glue, but supposedly not glue. It's just compressed and steamed over high heat. So it's safe to send internationally. That's one problem with folks from Australia and New Zealand. They will stop. If you send a piece of wood, thank you. If you send a piece of wood, here you go, with a painting on it to a friend in Australia or New Zealand, it will get stopped at customs and it will get trashed. Okay, so hardboard is not wood. It's a wood-like product, but it is steamed under high pressure and high heat. Oh, thanks, Brenda. Yeah, I'm really getting close. I'm at 964 or something. So I'm getting there. That's right, guys. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, hi, Tracy. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, at least once a week, I will be giving away something during a live stream to one of... He's expensive, Joyce. To one of the lucky folks in my chat room. So please watch, subscribe, and share my channel. Click the alarm bell, ring my bell so you know when I'm going live. And, share on your social media. So once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll start giving away prizes during the live streams. And I do, Diana, I have not been referred to as a tease in quite a while. Oh, Tracy, you're welcome. Oh, and folks, if you are a member of my Facebook group, please go over there, pop over to see a link that I posted for Tracy's grandbaby. She is gravely ill, and she's in the hospital, and they need lots of prayers. And if you can, spare a few bucks, please do donate. Medical expenses are going to be absolutely astronomical, so any help would be a blessing. So back to this. So yeah, if you want to ship internationally, then definitely use something like hardboard. Another thing is, if you have yourself some wallpaper books, the covers are really sturdy, and they are a composite chipboard, and they don't warp either. This stuff will warp, but it will flatten out again. This stuff has not warped, and I've used it quite a bit. So you can use that as well. Or, you can use watercolor paper, book covers. I have a cereal box here. I have some other packaging right here, sturdy cardboard. Here's another piece of cardboard. So you can use that. You don't have to have a canvas. Particle board is the stuff that they cover new houses with. But this is like wood dust. You can actually see the fibers. It's ground up wood, and it's formed into these sheets under extremely high heat and steam. Okay, particle board is made with this kind of stuff. Hi, Athena, thanks for coming. Particle board is made in the same process, but it adds glue and the pieces are larger. Flake board is even larger. So the kind of stuff you see going up on the sides of new houses, that is flake board. Okay. Chipboard is basically ground up paper, which is ground up wood. So we're circling around again. Okay. So the request that I had last Sunday from Michelle, Little Crafts Creations, was for red, purple, and gold. Oh, Becky's back. Let me grab a mouthful of food. It's much better when it's warm. Okay, I have to remember. I'm usually... oh, and silver, not gold. I'm sorry. There we go. I'm learning. Athena is actually Sharon. After you've been here a couple of times, I learn your name quickly. Solver, Melissa? Solver? Did you mean silver? Okay. So you don't want any white at all. No white at all. Okay, and this is a 6-inch by 6-inch piece of hardboard. And for that you would need less than 4 ounces, I think. You need about an ounce. Slightly less than an ounce a square inch, I think. Actually, no, that's got to be wrong. This is 3 ounces, and I think 3 ounces should be more than enough. Okay? So, here we go, guys. No white at all, Michelle? Where did Michelle go? Did she disappear on me? I don't want to start pouring this if she's not here. Okay, yes. No white. Just red. Yeah, my only concern with that is these are all pretty much, whoops, pretty much the same. So I don't know. I can put some white. Okay, good. Would you like the pearlescent white or stark white? Because I have both. The choice is yours, my darling. A little white is okay. So, regular white or pearlescent? I'll start with some regular white. Okay. Pearlescent, you got it, girl. You got it. Okay. There's the purple. Hey, I found it. No, that goes on the red. Okay. Oh. This is a really Tin Man kind of silver. And I will put some silicone in this. Another way you can get cells beyond using silicone is by putting your colors in at a great height. So if I put it in from up here, whoops, it's crooked. It can't pee straight. You get more air and more height. And that can make more bubbles. Let me scrape that off. Kiki says her son can't pee straight either. I don't know. Does PJ still have that problem, Carrie? Your paint is a man. Yes, it is. Silicone or make bubbles, or you can try alcohol, or you can try dimethicone, which you will find in the women's section of the pharmacy. It's also known as KY, or you can try coconut milk, which is also a personal lubricant. The one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to add colors that are all the same value, because then you're going to get blah. So you need a dark, you need a light, you need a mid-tones, and you also need colors that are not going to make mud. Boy, this thing is really crooked, I'll tell you. Yeah, your dog, he can't pee straight either, huh? And already we have a clog. I just made this bottle. There is no clog in there. Oh, honey's home. Well, thanks for coming, Lisa. I appreciate it. Hope you come back. Oh, come on now. My pipes is clogged. Do not listen to my mother. She knows not of what she speaks. Coconut milk is a hair product. Okay. Hair product. Personal. They also have coconut personal lubricant also. So, bite me, PJ. Or as I like to say, F you, dear. Oh. Wow, really? Okay, it's going to continue to clog. Okay. There's some more purple. And I'll give you some more silver. And some little more pearlescent. And then I'm saying that's done. Okay. And I'll give it a quick little swipe. Oh, coconut coolie lube. Oh my God, Brenda. I love you. PJ, Kiki says, PJ, she understands the lubricant aspect as well. TMI, I know. PJ says, dude, that was uncalled for. Maybe PJ uses other brands. That's correct. Oh, boy. All right, so I'm just going to give this a quick, cross. And that's it. Because I don't want to blend. I just want to stir it up a wee bit. And now, as far as types of acrylic pours, we have several methods of doing it. You can either do this and flip it over upside down and it will be a flip cup, or you can just do it really fast and it'll be a flip cup, or you can pour it on, or you can squirt down the colors on your canvas and then put a strip of white or some other type of color and pull it over all the colors. So for this one, I'm going to do a flip cup. That's it, flip it. See, there you go. Now you can do a drag and try and get some designs out here like this. And then you just lift. And this is too much paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a piece of cardboard under it so we don't lose it all. Okay. And now I'm going to just move it around the canvas. And you can help it out here with your fingers. You can wear rubber gloves if you don't like paint on your hands. I don't mind it. The ultimate paper mache. Trying to catch up what's going on in the chat room here. Okay. You don't want to leave a massive amount of paint on here because it will not warp, it will not cure correctly. It will end up pooling and cracking. So I am going to pour some of it off, and I'll try pouring it on the cardboard. And I'm going to move it around in different directions to try and put the colors back where I want them. Okay, and now I've got this piece of cardboard here, and I can move that around. And this is not perfectly cut or anything, but it's fine. You can use it in your collage. You can use it as part of an ATC or a postcard or art card. Oh, you did it, Kiki. Congratulations. And this, I can see a lot of metallics happening here, and it really is looking nice. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the metallics on the camera. Oh, good. Becky's going to try doing a pour tomorrow. That's wonderful. Definitely you have to do a video. And you have to remember, you can't, if you don't want to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because eventually your colors are going to mix. And you don't want that. So now I'm just going to hold it up and let it stretch out. Yes, you can, Brenda. You can. That's why I have the Teflon mat down here, because you can let the excess pour off onto your Teflon mat, and then you can actually peel it up, and you can put it on a piece of acetate or cardstock, and you can send it through your die cutter, and you can cut bevels and put it, you know, in jewelry. So I didn't get complete coverage. I could if I want. Let's see. I don't want to stretch it out too much, and it is starting to blend. So, but you could get several ATCs out of that. It will warp, but it will also straighten out again. Okay, and you can do a little extra here by doing a little ribbon. These ribbons can be lots of fun. Oh, thanks for coming, Carla. Let's get another little ribbon going. Yes, it's like an acrylic skin. That's why I use the Teflon, because it comes right off. Boy, that cup is pretty. Let's see if I can't get one more little ribbon in here. Okay. Hope Nikki's not around. And now for the real fun. Now we get out our torch. And the torch does many things. I'm going to save that and get a new one here. Okay. I use a butane torch. You can also use one of those long barbecue lighters. Do you coat my finished? Yes, I coat my pieces with a clear coat, a gloss clear coat, because when the paint's dry, they get dull. So to add that luster back, I put a clear coat on. Okay, I'm not going to add red unless Michelle asks me to. If Michelle wants me to add a couple of ribbons of red, I certainly will. But see, now that's the thing. There's a lot of red underneath here. Now, using the torch helps bring the silicone and any air bubbles to the surface. Okay, she does want some more red. These things leak. Okay. Okay, there's a nice shock of red. You see the bubbles? Yes, the bubbles are the air bubbles rising to the surface, and when they rise, they also bring paint with them. Okay, and the silicone will also rise to the surface, and when it does, it will bring paint up with it. And I did not add a lot of silicone to this paint. Let's see if I can add another ribbon here. Okay, let's try. Hi, Brandy. Thanks for coming. Okay, I can try and hit that with a little more heat. There's not a lot of cells in here. Let me try and hit the cardboard with a little bit of heat and see how that goes. The purple seems to be selling quite nicely. There we go. When you are using the torch, you don't want to bring the flame down so close that you're actually burning your paint, and you can burn it. I've seen folks actually set it on fire. Sharon, do you have a home improvement store near you? Because if you have a home improvement store near you, you can get the supplies that you need to do this. Oh, and also my local Home Depot has started to sell some craft paints. So you can check they have Deco Arts Extreme Sheen Metallics. So let me lift this up and show this to you. This could also use some red. Let me give this a little bit of red. But the problem is where you can't craft at. If you can go to a thrift store and get yourself a used cookie sheet, you do your pouring in a cookie sheet, and you can get the Teflon cooking sheets real cheap at like Walmart or an Amazon, and you get yourself some sample house paints and some Floetrol if you can't find Floetrol. Oh, North Carolina. Okay, so go into Lowe's, pick out some colors that you like, and ask them for some sample paints. They're only like $3 a jar. Here, let me show you. Lowe's sells Valspar, and that's 7.2 ounces, and they will make you any color you see. This is a sample, color sample. It says right on here, color sample. See? And it's like $3 and change. I'm in North Carolina too, down my farm is. And I know that you don't have, well, depending on what end of the coast you live on, or what end of the state, you may have Home Depots, you may not. Okay. See, now some more cells are starting to come up to the surface. Let me give you a little bit of a zoom in here. Okay. And now I can see some more cells popping out of this ribbon. And I have some cells here in the purple. So let's try hitting it again. Hi Maggie, thanks for coming. Now I'm getting some more cells. Okay. All right, that doesn't look too bad. It's very interesting. And what you're seeing is very dull right now because it's not dry. Once it's dry, the metallics really shine. And especially when you hit it with a gloss coat. And, you know, the cardboard, you can also add a gloss coat to that too. That doesn't look too bad. But, you know, for the background of an ATC or something, that's fine. Oh, thanks, Maggie. All right, so that was a color picked by Michelle on Little Crafts Creations. Let me sneak in here and grab another mouthful of dinner. And we still have some lovelies in the bottom of the jar here. Let's see if I can't add another ribbon to this. It's coming, just slow. Here we go. Okay, so there's another little ribbon. Oh, thanks, Martha. I need a little white. Yeah, I think I do. Maybe I'll try a shot of pearl. Poor Missy. Oh, my God. Oh, I love you, girl. Come on. Okay, there's a little bit of pearl. These colors were picked by Michelle. She had asked for this on Sunday, and I didn't have time. Okay, maybe a little bit more over here. What is dickhead-in-law? I'm not laughing at you, Aristi. Dickhead is a term for somebody that you don't like. They're a real idiot or moron or stupid, or you really want to punch them right square in the face. And ex-dickhead means basically Missy's ex-husband. So she calls him, or no, isn't that your daughter's ex-husband, Missy? To be your dickhead-in-law, that would be your daughter's ex. I think I remember you talking about him. Or an a-hole. Yes, there you go, Maggie. Yes, it's a derogatory term for, yes, male anatomy. In-law is daughter's ex-husband, or your mother-in-law would be your husband's mother. In-law, I think, just translates to relative by marriage. Yes, you got it, Spanky. Okay, so I'll try hitting this pearl with a little bit of heat and see what happens. Yeah, it's going to get sucked right down. Insulting, yes, that's it. Okay, so that takes care of these two. I'm going to go run these into the living room so I have more space, and then we can continue to play. Next I can do a swipe. And actually I'm going to take the tray. So I will be right back. I'll let you stare at my dinner while I'm gone. Yes, I'm evil. Look out, Rose. Okay, guys, I am back. Who peed twice in the middle of it? Not me. Oh, you hear Rosie, yeah. Rosie seems to have a itchy patch on her. All right, I'm going to zoom out a wee bit. And I can show you another quick technique. You can see that I have a puddle here. And I'll just take this piece of cardboard for the sake of having something to. And you can do something called a dip. So if you have a nice puddle of paint here, you can dip into it. You don't want to mush it around, because when you mush it around, all the colors blend. But you get like a nice marbling technique. And again, that can look nice. Oh, good night, Martha. Thank you for coming. Again, it can look nice as a background. I was watching somebody and they had this whole tray of puddle, and they put something in it to soak it up, and he kept mushing it, and he lost all the beautiful colors. It all just turned into mud. Okay, so that's got a lot of pretty stuff going on it. And when it dries, it'll be more evident. So you can just use that to do something with. And let's see, what can we do now? Now we can do Booby Magoo. How are you? Who in the world are you talking to, Brenda? Who's Booby Magoo? Oh, Brandy Lynn. Oh, Missy, I had a cat that did that. Excuse me for chowing down. Oh, Booby Magoo, okay. When I was a kid, it was the 60s, and avocado green was just coming into favor. And my mother was painting a room avocado green. And she left the paint tray up on top of the step ladder. And the cat had decided that she wanted to go investigate. Yeah, well, she fell into the paint tray and then proceeded to run through the house. The rice dinner that I am enjoying was made by my husband, who is an excellent cook, and it is chicken biryani. Not one of my chickens, but chicken biryani. We made it in our pressure cooker. It's an instant pot, and it was only under pressure for about 5 minutes. I didn't get a chance to eat before, so pardon my chewing. Okay, so I guess we can do another one of these panels. Okay. Oh, you have the Instant Pot? I absolutely love my pressure cooker. This one is so fantastic. And there are so many different models of the Instant Pot. I have a lot of fat bandwidth for my internet connection, Aristi, but unfortunately a bowl of chicken biryani will not fit in it. Okay, so now let's try a swipe and let's see what happens with that. We can do a bit of a rainbow swipe. We got yellow, we got red, blue. Where are my other colors? There they are. We have turquoise, orange. I did not make any more orange, and I should have. Lime green. No skin off the... Okay, put it in a taper. That's funny. Oh, you have to make it. We follow a gal on YouTube called Kabita, and her YouTube channel is Kabita's Kitchen, and she has probably close to 2 million subscribers. And she does speak 99% in Hindi, but she adds English text so you can follow along. And much of Hindi now incorporates a lot of English. So if you watch her, you can follow along with the recipes. I'm actually starting to get some of my knowledge of Hindi back from watching her. She's a lot of fun, and her recipes are fantastic. Okay, so we have a selection of colors here. Please, all right, hang on one sec. Sanjay, are you in the chat room? Please go in the chat room and paste a link to Kapita's channel. My husband will post a link. And in momento. All right, so we're going to start with the violet, and then we're going to go to the red, and where the heck does coral fit in here? Coral. Is there really room for pink? Why not? Sorry, Aristi. Orange, yellow, lime, green, turquoise. There we go. Okay, so there we have our rainbow. Not sure how much of a rainbow we're going to get on this. Sanjay should be posting it soon. Okay. Now for a swipe, what you want to do is you want to put puddles of your color in. You can do it in stripes, or you can do it in patches or puddles, however you want, whatever pattern you're looking for. The one key thing that you want to remember is if you want to do a swipe, try doing a swipe. What, Sanjay? I have not touched I'm maxed out. I haven't touched my settings, so it must be your computer. If you use white, remember that white is the heaviest pigment, so it will settle down over your colors and create a lot of cells and lacing. Click on the link that Sanjay just posted. That's the lady. She's really, really good. So you don't want to put white down as a stripe. You want to basically put white down on the edge that you're going to swipe from. What, Sanjay? Sanjay, I haven't touched my volume. Can folks hear me? I'll turn off my air conditioner. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me? If you are, then I'll basically open up TeamViewer and let my son log in and fix it for me. Because I haven't changed it. Loud and clear. All right, so it's Sanjay. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to start with stripes. Why not? Hi, Rose. Yes, Sanjay is a backseat operator. PJ says, you're fine. It's Dad's hearing aid battery. Unfortunately, he doesn't use a hearing aid. All right, so I'm going to start with a puddle of red, and you want it to be, you know, relatively thick. This is fine. And I'm leaving space for the white. Let me shake this. I haven't used it yet today. Okay. And now I'm going to add a strip of pink. They can touch. They don't have to touch. You can do whatever you like. Yes, PJ, I know you love Dadums. Dadums knows you love him too. Okay, there's coral for you folks that like to watch Rio and Says. And here's some orange. I need to refill. It's almost empty. Here's a nice happy yellow. And you can repeat this. If you get to the end and you still have more room for board, then you can always add more repeats of your colors. Sherry's hearing aid batteries are just fine. Okay. Turquoise. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Okay. Blue. And now some violet or purple. Oh, poor Rose. She's only been in here a few minutes and she already got timed out. Okay. Hi, Rosie. Okay. There we go. Let me get this out of the way so I don't have an accidente. You can also add some gold in there or some silver. Okay, I will add a little gold. Just because I like it. Okay. So we got quite a bit of a rainbow going on. It seems to be blown. So let me turn this off. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, and now I'm going to add my white. Tunder's husband is snoring so loud she's having a hard time hearing me. I can hear him from here, Tunder. And of course, this thing is clogged again. So I'm going to just open it and pour it. Okay, and again, remember, white is the heaviest. So it will sink to the bottom. And when it does, it will raise all the colors underneath it. So I'm using a paint chip. And I'm not applying pressure. I'm resting the paper onto the paint surface and then pulling. I'm not applying any pressure. Okay. because you don't want to scrape the paint off. So that is a swipe, and now we can hit it with the heat gun and things should really start to pop. Zoom out just a touch. You can see all the cells popping up. Okay. And now if you want to have a little bit more fun, we could try doing some black on the other end. Not a lot, just a little. Just a little bit here. Because again, black is heavy, is light, and it will float to the top. So I just want to... Oh, come on now. Come on. Bottles get clogged, people. Let's see if I can't unclog it. I think I got it. Oh my God. Rose has bought more Home Depot paint. Okay, so I just used a very... Home Depot. HD means Home Depot, Aristi. That's our famous home improvement store here in the U.S. Okay, so now I went backwards with the black. And I swiped up all my white. So let's go that way. And meet in the middle. Oh, Rose, I love you. Now I can see a lot of the metallic from the gold and the red and stuff coming up through the black. Fear the painting did. Oh boy. Okay. Now what can I do with this? I seem to have a divide here. And I'm wondering what else I can do to it. I also have a dry patch over here. Let's see if I can't suck it over. There we go. I'll try another strip. Oh, I know. I'll try some of this pearlescent in the middle. And we'll see how that works. We'll try pulling it this way. And I'm not cleaning it, so I'm getting a little bit of the black on one side and some of the white on the other. Poor Rose. It's the Home Depot paint gods that are timing you out, Rose. So this is doing all sorts of fun things. Let's see. Are you seeing the whole thing? I'm wondering if I should go sideways. What do you think, guys? You want me to try going sideways? Yes, you can use regular craft paint. Yes, I do use craft paint. No, this is craft paint. So you can use it. It's the same. You want a warm honey consistency. No, you don't want me to go side to side. Okay. It looks nice. I mean, a lot of the colors are starting to raise up, and I think that they will continue to raise up as the paint settles. So that is another one of those. Let me scooch that over, and I'll see if I can squeeze another one on here. The little black things are kind of irritating me. The little circles there. I'll leave them. Okay, so that is your standard swipe. Another swipe that can be fun. I think I need a little bit more, a little bit bigger piece this time. Let's see, that should do it. This has got a bent end. Let me find a flat piece. Hi, Rosie Pose. What are you doing, Rosie Pose? Okay, that's nice and straight. No banged up. I have a black thing that kind of irritates me. Oh, PJ. Oh, poor Mike. You always pick on poor Mike. All right, so we've got 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup. This is a cover from a wallpaper. I'm going to have to zoom out so you can see the whole thing. There we go. Oh, PJ is the founder and producer of the Rogue Intel Podcast Network. And the show that he does on there is called Prime. And one of his co-hosts name's Mike. And they always pick on poor Mike. Have I done a pour on the back of a clear plate yet? No, I haven't. I'll have to try that. Yeah, it does look like mountains. And you can see that there are more, well, you can't, because you're zoomed out. But yeah, there are more cells that are popping through. So I think this will turn out pretty good. Yes, and he does the Table Reads podcast. He does all of those. So he's very talented. But he always makes fun of his co-host. Carrie is his other co-host. You can never have too much paint. Yes, you can. You can, though, however, have dried up paint. So you may not want to. I have to move this over. You may not want to buy so much that it sits in a closet and you forget about it. Rose, what do I do with these acrylic pours? Well, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, at least once a week, I will be giving things away to chat member participants. So if I had hit 1,000 now, somebody in the chat room might very well win that. That's because you have a very strange Narnia style closet rose. That's why your paint didn't dry up. You want to see one with clear coat? Hang out, guys. I'll be right back. And while I'm gone, I'll just take this with me, get it out of my way. I'll go get one that's got clear coat on it. Move, Rose. Move, 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 move. It's just not food. Look out, Rose. Thank you. Okay, guys. Let me zoom in. Okay, this one has finish on it. You can see the shine, but you can see how all the colors glow and how this section here almost looks 3D. You can see all the metallic shine in the background. And all of these paints have metallics in them. Okay. So that's what it looks like when you put the varnish on it. There's a lot of depth. The colors are all sharp and vibrant. So that's what putting a clear gloss on here looks like. I'll zoom out so you can see the whole thing. This is one I did on a live stream. This one was blown. We did a puddle pour and then I blew it. Doesn't it make them really bright? So that is a puddle pour and blown. And I could actually do one of those for you now. I'll do a small one. I would not use Mod Podge on them. I would use, trust me, the amount of money you spend on a large container of Mod Podge, you can get some really good clear gloss acrylic paint from Lowe's or Home Depot. If you want me to go show you the can that I use, I'll go get it. You can sit here and look at this while I go get it. And then I can make one of these for you. Move it, Rosie Poos. Go hang out with Daddy. He let you lick out his bowl. Miss Rosie Poos. Okay. Oh, and here's another piece of acrylic I pulled off of one of my cookie trays. It's got lots of pretty colors in it. Okay. This is what I use. This is Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover Premium Latex Paint, and it's a gloss clear. Sharon, this really wasn't expensive. And you know, you can use polyurethane tends to go yellow over time, so I would not suggest using polyurethane. I would get a clear gloss acrylic. What I have heard is people using a gloss medium, like a Liquitex gloss medium, to seal them. And one thing you have to remember, and that's, you know, people think that this is for gluing stuff down. Matte medium is paint without pigment. It probably comes in smaller, but trust me, this container is only 30 ounces and it will do a couple hundred paintings. So you only need a couple of coats. I think I did 3 coats on this. And it's thin coats. You don't want to put a lot on. I do like three thin coats. And the brush marks that you're seeing in here are not from the finish. They are from the surface of this hardboard. I had gotten an unprimed sheet of hardboard, and my husband put some white primer on it. So that's where those paint... yeah, and he did not put Floetrol in it, so we have brush marks. Okay, so that is with finish. And again, matte medium is paint without pigment. But I highly recommend a premium latex acrylic gloss clear. And latex equals acrylic equals latex. Put that there. Okay. You can use a gloss medium to seal it, but again, gloss medium is going to cost you probably 2 or 3 times what the gloss clear acrylic will cost you. Okay. So I will do a puddle and blow it. I'm going to put down my standard mix that I use to make a marbled background. And this is my pearl. It's Rust-Oleum Metallic Accents in the color Seashell. And this is just a random mix of my own choosing that I'm, you know, going for an off-white or a buff white. This is a little bit darker than I prefer, but it works. And it's clogged. Yeah, it's clogged. Okay. Try and get that out. Okay. And if you soak, if your nozzles get clogged. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good, Maggie. Oh, I'm going to keep you in my heart. I hope you get better soon. If your nozzles get clogged, all you have to do is soak them in some warm water, and they will come right out. Okay. This is clogged too. Come on, pour out. The white I buy by the quart. And again, it's premium white house paint. And this is actually gloss. If you're going to use a gloss finish, which I highly recommend, you don't need to use gloss paints. Okay, so I'm just going to move it around. In order for the blow to work, it needs to be on a wet surface. So you have to have some white down, or your background color of your choice. Okay. And you can keep moving it around to your heart's content to get a pattern that you like. You can also use a stick and, you know, try and marbleize it. It's whatever you want. I think I'm going to use a little more pearlescent. It seems like we all have been getting hit with some kind of ailment or other. Cold has been going all around. Folks in Australia have it, New Zealand, all over the US, all over Europe. Probably one little guy that has a cold, and he's traveling all over the globe, making us all feel like crap. And again, if it skeeves you to, you know, put your hands on the paint, you can wear rubber gloves. No big deal. I don't mind the paint. My paints don't have any highly toxic chemicals in them. They're just run-of-the-mill average paints. I don't buy artist grade paints, which just, in my mind, equals expensive, but okay. If you have a house full of Golden's expensive paints, that's fine. Is there any rice left? There's probably enough for Rosie left. I have about a half a bowl. I'm not going to put the paint on the rice though. Okay. Come on. I has a naked spot that I'm trying to get rid of. There we go. Okay. Okay. So there's our background. Oh. Okay. So now we're going to do a puddle pour, and I will start by I'll try and do one like the one that you saw over there, and that started with oh, and I also have that pretty light blue. What did I do with my light blue that I made up? There it is. Oh, there you go, Missy. You have plenty. You're the opposite of Rose. Okay, so I'm going to start with maybe some, let me zoom in a wee bit for you. There we go. I will start with a wee bit of purple. I don't want too much because this is going to grow. And when I blow it, I don't want it all to go over the edge. And this is called a puddle pour. And you are just pouring the next color right on top of the previous color. And it makes a really nice design when you blow it out. Now let's see, I think I need green. And I'm not a fan of this Christmas green, so I'm opting not to use it. Now we're going to use yellow. Okay. And orange. And coral. And pink. And finally, some red, so that we have an entire rainbow in there. And I'm going to use a little bit of black in the center just to give it some nice depth. That's all you need, just that little dot. And now I'm getting out my trusty straw. Okay. For Rose, greedy equals hoarder. Okay, so that's one. I can try and blow out a little bit more. That looks pretty cool. And you can see all the different colors on the edge. And now we can do another one. Maybe this one we can do, we'll do some reds. And now we'll go to pink. And we'll try some orange. And now maybe some dark blue. This one we're just going to mix. Use some turquoise. Yellow, and I'll do a touch of the blue, and maybe some gold. Okay. Isn't that a pretty blue? I like that. It's a pale blue. Okay. I'm going to turn this around. And I'll do a big one here and over here in this corner. Oh, thanks, Rose. Yeah, I let the first one just kind of go off the board, yeah. This one I can't cut up easily because it requires a skill saw. But if you're doing it on cardboard, yes, you can certainly cut them up. And you might want to plan your design, you know, with that in mind. Okay. And we'll try a bit of the pearlescent in the middle. And then maybe, why not? How about a little bit of silver? Okay, and we'll see what happens with that. And I'm not all that crazy about the silver in the middle. So I can put a little bit of blob of blue in there and blow that out. And you can continue building on this. If you want a little yellow. That's right, Rose. This is your bravery test. Okay, and we'll let that come back together. Or did I blow a little too hard? Okay. Okay, this light blue in the middle I got to do something with. Not sure what color to go with. I don't like this this one here. It needs work. I don't know why this one keeps leaking. This jar is leaking like crazy. Oh, the top, this one here you like? Spank? Yeah, that's what I was going for, red. I was just wiping the jar off. A little more. There. Okay. hit that. And I can see quite a bit of paint pooling right here in the middle. So I am going to tilt it back a wee bit. And I can try and pull that flower back in a wee bit. I can also try blowing in the opposite direction. That blows some of the paint back. But Sharon, you can start, you know, with just 3 different paints. If you can get yourself either a red, yellow, and blue, or a magenta, cyan, and yellow, and some white, that's really all you need. You could also get yourself a little bit of black. And get some hardboard or cardboard or watercolor paint. Or some old, you know, go to the thrift store and get yourself some old books. You can use the book covers. It doesn't take much to do this. Yeah, all you need are the 3 primary colors, and you can mix any color you want. You know, and if you like acrylic pouring, then, you know, once a week, go get yourself another color. Get yourself some metallics. You can start small. And if you're using the house paints, you really can't go wrong. Those paints will last a long time. This bottle... It's not the paint. Oh, the torch? All right, the silicone is dirt cheap. You get it in the same home improvement store you're getting your paint at. It's only a couple of bucks. And the torch, I got this torch in Home Depot. And this and the can of butane fuel for it cost a total of $15. Well, okay, so this one was more expensive. This one was $25. But remember, you don't have to use silicone. Exactly. You can also pour on ceramic tiles, and if you don't like the results, you wash it off. You can get this. I use ceramic tiles all the time. And the ceramic tiles, the standard white 4 1/4 inch ceramic tiles that you can get at any home improvement store are about 17 cents each. The 6 inch are about 48 cents each. They're somewhere over there. Hang on, guys. All right, this is a standard ceramic tile. 4 1/4 inches, made in China. 17 cents. How do you get the cells? Well, instead of silicone, you could use rubbing alcohol. You can get yourself some 99% rubbing alcohol at the drugstore.
Because it evaporates.
Yeah, it evaporates.
That's what brings things up.
And that's what raises, you know, the colors from the bottom. And you can't use a lighter because you'll burn your fingers. But if you have one of those long lighters that you use to light a campfire or a barbecue with, you can use those. You don't need a torch. You just need something, a flame, that can effectively raise the air bubbles up.
You can control.
And Floetrol, yeah, Floetrol, you want the latex-based Floetrol. This is 1 quart of Floetrol. And it costs $6 and change. But if you don't have Floetrol, this is Liquitex Matte Medium, Notice the price. $31.59. The Floetrol, 1 quart, 32 ounce,
Same.
$6. And you can use your heat gun. This is a heat gun from Lowe's Home Improvement. It's digital. It goes anywhere from 120 degrees up to, I think, 1650 degrees. It'll take the paint off your barge if it needs a paint job. Or you can set it low and use this. You can use this, but the thing is, you want to use a heat gun that has a low setting because you don't want to blow your paint around unless that's the design you're trying to go for. You can't use a hair dryer because it'll blow the paint right off the canvas. But I can put this on low and it will work. But you can see that the paint is moving. See? But if that's the effect that you're going for, then you can use it. And
they may have them in the shop.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a husband that has a workshop or a garage, he might very well already have one of these. If he has had to repaint your wrought iron fence, chances are he has a heat gun. Yeah, Carrie's a bit of a firebug. Yeah, if your husband does soldering, he'll have a torch. And, there's nothing scary about it. This is considered a chef's torch. Carrie's lawyer said she should not answer any questions about that. So the Ranger heat gun, well, frankly, Sharon, I think the Ranger heat gun is grossly overpriced. Like I said, if you have this, you'll never need another heat gun. For your house, for your wrought iron, for your boat, or for your painting. I use this all the time, and I can adjust the heat down to 120 degrees all the way up to something like 1650. This will not die on you. I have heard that the Ranger heat gun has died over no reason, just won't turn on anymore. So frankly, I think it's grossly overpriced. If it says that it's for crafts, it is disgustingly overpriced. You can get the same. What's overpriced? The Ranger heat gun. It's nothing more than a hairdryer.
This works better.
See this?
Try that. See
this is what you use to light your fire or your barbecue. You can use this. The flame is doing, the only thing that the flame is doing is making the air bubbles rise to the surface. That's my master blaster. That's what it is. The only thing with this thing is you don't want the flame directly on the, you don't want the flame directly on the paint because the paint can smoke and it can burn. It won't burst into flames, but you'll get a hard, crusty bit. If you got your heat gun for, sorry guys, I'm hot. I got to turn that on. If you got your heat gun for less than $20, then you got a bargain. But frankly, I don't think it's worth it. Hi, Pawan. How are you? Thanks for coming. So, again, that is a blown pour, puddle pour. Exactly, Rose. you can't kill this thing. You could drop this all the time and it'll keep on going. But basically the Ranger heat gun and all the craft heat guns are basically expensive hair dryers. No, my heat gun is not like a torch. It is a heat gun. It's like a very, very robust hair dryer. There is no flame in it. Yes, it's $70, but you'll never need another one, and your husband can use it to fix your fence and your car and your boat and all that other stuff. Exactly. Cobalt tools have a lifetime warranty. If it breaks, you send it back. They give you another one. Okay, so this one was a puddle pour and it was blown. And I'll move that aside and we'll do something else. What else can we do?
You can repaint your house also.
Yeah, you can use it to repaint your house. What is this? In reference to what, Pawan? I'm doing a very basic instruction on acrylic pouring. Basically, I started with mixing paints, what the consistency of the paint that you want. I did adding metallics to it. That's the one thing I wanted to do, was to create some clear glitz. So I'm going to move this aside. Okay, move that over there. And let me zoom out so you can see. And I'm going to want to get some clear 4-ounce containers. Let me grab them. Look out, Rosie Bose. Miss Rosie Bose. Okay, here's the lids. Let me get the cups. Here they are. And I am going to make glitter. Oh, I'm so glad, Kiki. Okay. Now we're going to be making glitter because we all need glitter. Everybody needs glitter in their life. Okay, so right, it raises the air bubbles, and when the air bubbles come up, they bring paint with it, and it also makes the white paint that's on top, if you put white on top, it makes that sink. And when it sinks, you get lacing. I can show you, I don't know if you saw a close-up of this, but there are a lot of cool cells happening here. See all those cool cells? Okay. Exactly, Rose. You can just use, you know, craft paint. 50 cents a bottle. And some, you know, matte medium, and boom. You can do it. See what happens. If you like it, then you can continue. I tried Floetrol the last time when I made this blue, and I'm not sure I'm all that happy with it, but I am going to add some to this. I'm just going to add a little bit of veining in here. And this should dry clear. And there's a rosy hair in here. And when it dries clear, you're just going to have a vein of glitter. Okay. No, you can't use oil and acrylic together. They are two different animals, and they cure differently. And I would not try and use an oil paint for a pour. The fumes may get a little bit too much for you. Like I said, I tried Floetrol in that dark blue. And today I think I will try some liquid, some matte medium. No, they will not mix. Pawan, if you scroll up, if you scroll all the way up, look for my husband's post, Sanjay Kapoor. He has a link that sends you to a place that discusses matte medium, but it's on the Liquitex website, and they also have very good documentation on the different paints and how to use them, and how which paints can and cannot be mixed. Sanjay, if you're still out there, maybe you could post a link about mixing oils and acrylics and whatnot. So I'm going to use some of this Liquitex matte medium as my base. Oh, you've never you have to try it, Pawan. I know that you're a member of the acrylic pouring group. You really have to try it. It's so much fun. It's very freeing. I've seen your work, and your work is mind-blowingly gorgeous. I wish I could draw like that. It's just amazing. So, but this is very freeing. I've never worked with oils, so I can't tell you whether or not I'd like them or not. I love the acrylics. I love watercolor. Okay, so now we're going to pull out the glitter. I have some holographic glitter here that is really nice. I will zoom in for you. This is my favorite glitter. This is Trichem Designer Dust. And I also have, I have some of that I used before. Oh, I wanted to make some copper. I have some copper mica powder. This is for cosmetics. So I'm going to mix up some of that because I love copper. See how gorgeous that is? Let me get a stick. Yeah, it takes a long time to dry. If it's very humid where you are, the acrylic will also take time to dry. Here on Long Island, it's been very, very humid the last week or so. And it has, my paints have, you know, been wet for 3 days. What, Sanjay? No, Floetrol doesn't help because it slows down. How fast? If you're in a reasonably dry environment, which I know India is not, it can dry overnight. But the one thing with acrylics is, this may look completely dry, but if you put your finger on it, you could tear the top skin off and you'll get a finger mark. So the top may look dry, but it's not cured. So you'll want to wait a while. Normally I will leave these things dry for about 4 or 5 days before I will even consider putting my gloss finish on it. Okay, and I'm sorry guys, I'm not mixing this up on camera. I took several scoops of the copper mica powder and I mixed it into my Liquitex matte medium. So this will, the matte medium dries clear. Remember, matte medium, pouring medium, Mod Podge, Floetrol, they are all paint without pigment. That's what those mediums are. So they will dry clear. So all you're going to get is this luscious shot of metallic glitter. Yes, it is a huge jar. When I was doing my woodwork, my wood turning, I would often turn on pieces of wood that had voids and bark inclusions. And when they fall out, I would fill them with super glue and mica powder, or epoxy and mica. So I bought a lot of it. I bought a lot of mica powder, and you know, this is 100 grams or 3.5 ounces, and I got it on eBay. You can get it. This is cosmetic grade. Okay, so if you look for cosmetic mica powders, you'll find it. I believe I also have a little bit larger. What else? Let me pull all my glitters out here, guys. It's all intermixed in this shelf here. There's green. There's silver. What else? I have red. Oh, I have copper. I can add some larger copper. Yeah, you can buy it in large bags or large containers. I'm just digging it out here, guys. Just bear with me. My arms are short and I can't reach it all. What is this? Oh, this is coarse glitter. I got tons of it. Boy, oh boy. There we go. This is holographic Cayman green. This stuff is absolutely stunning. Look at that. See that? So I'll make one of those. And that is called Cayman green. I also have some real chunky stuff that I made by painting acetate, but that's too much. Okay, here's some blue. And I think that'll do it. Oh, here's another one. Hang on. Oh, here's a real pretty blue. Okay. Oh, you have to try acrylic pouring. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit larger copper. And there, you can see that. Look at how glittery that is. And that is getting a bit thick for my liking, so I'm going to add some more medium in here. Okay. And now you can use this like I drew the ribbons before on Michelle's colors. You can use this to draw also, but it's thick, so I would add a wee bit of water to it. Yep, that's when patience comes in. It's very cathartic. It's very relaxing. To mix these, I enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, you can use a medium to quickly dry your oils, but I would be worried that it would crack at that point. Whoops, I'm splattering it all over. It's going all over me. I think it's telling me it wants to be in this painting. So let's put a little in here and see what happens. Don't be afraid to experiment. If you don't like it, you can just pour over it. Okay, so again, these are 4-ounce containers, and I have about, I guess, 1.5 ounces in here, and this will last for a long time. You can fill this up if you want, and you just put the cap on it, and these things last. Maybe I have the wrong lids here. Let's see. Yeah. Let me go get the correct lid for this. These are the lids I want. Come on, open up. Okay, these should fit better. Yes. So these containers you can get in Home Depot, not Home Depot, I'm sorry, Amazon. You can get them on eBay. If you have a restaurant supply place, they're basically condiment cups. They're for like mayonnaise and chutneys, mustard, ketchup. Yes, salsa. But this will last for a long time. What medium should you use as far as your paint extender? I would use this. This is Floetrol, and it eliminates brush marks and roller marks, and it also helps when you're using a spray gun to paint, you know, a house. A lot of painters now use the big spray guns because it's faster. If you don't have that and you have some matte medium, you could try that, but that's expensive. I mean, this was $31.59, and for the same amount, I ended up with $6 and change for this one. So if it's labeled art product, it's going to be overpriced. Yeah, there may be some benefits, but I have yet to find them. Okay, and this one fell on the carpet and got rosy hairs all over it, so that one bit the dust. All right, so there we have the copper. This was the blue that we made the other night, and I used the Floetrol, and I'm going to add some matte medium to it. Okay. And I'm going to add some of this glitter. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Okay. Yeah, I would not recommend using PVA glue or Elmer's glue because glue is meant to get hard and brittle. And I have this other lighter blue. It's more of a turquoisey. Why is it so costly? Because it's made for artists. That's why I use house paint, because it's cheaper. This is blue mica. They have you over a barrel. If they can, they will. They will overcharge you. Okay, so let's mix up the blue. Exactly, Rose. If you're just testing, then, you know, use glue. Use Elmer's. But I would never consider, you know, giving away or selling anything with that because it's not going to last. The 99% alcohol, you can find that in Home Depot. Why do I keep saying that? I'm addicted to home improvement stores. Walmart or your local grocery store or Amazon. Mine is 99. This I think I got on Amazon. Okay, so that's looking much better already. You see all that yummy, yummy, yummy glitter in there? And the next time I go to make this, I'm probably going to make it differently. Because that's just how I roll. Okay, and again, this container will last a long time. So that's the blue. I have the copper. Oh, and I just pressed my mouse. Hang on, guys. Let me get rid of this window. It does not have to be 99%. Most of the stuff that you get is 70%, and I don't think that that's high enough. So you can try 90%, 91%. Exactly, I wouldn't go below the 91. Okay, so there's my copper. Let's do a holographic. Oh, I have some blue in there. That's okay. Yeah, I think 70 is too low, yes. Okay. This has a wee bit of blue in it, but that's fine. I'm game. I'm not going to waste it. This I'm going to make holographic. Okay, I have... Here's my holographic glitter. Yeah, Amazon has it. Yep, pharmacies have it. I don't think you can see that. There you go. Now you can see it. Okay. And I have some chunkier stuff. I could add some of that. Let me... Yeah, Amazon is fine if you have Prime. But you know what? I'm telling you guys, I'm thinking about getting rid of Prime. Because it's horribly expensive. If you are a student, it's cheap. Because they have... our bookstore is actually Amazon on campus. So... We have Amazon Prime for students, and it's cheap, much cheaper. Okay, this is chunkier. Let's see if I can show that to you. This is chunkier glitter. And it's not really holographic, but it's still pretty. Come on, go. Close, dagnabbit. There we go. And I have, where did it go? There it is. There's my Super Sparkle mica powder. You're using embossing powder or I'm using glitter. This is Martha Stewart glitter. This is Trichem glitter. This is mica powder. I do buy a lot of Prime, yeah. Exactly, you do make up for that if you live in a more rural area. So it pays to have Prime when I'm down at my farm. Okay, let's start mixing that and see what we come up with. Oh boy, is that sparkly. I have embossing powder. I don't know. It's somewhere else. I'm not using it. Okay, that's going to look nice. Yep, I have a witch's brew of stuff. Oh, no, I have embossing powder. I don't know. It's somewhere in a pile somewhere. Oh, that's got a lot of glow to it. It really does. Let's see if I can show it to you. It's not really showing you the glitter, but trust me, it's like a diamond. It really is. When you look at it up close, it's really vivid. Can add a wee bit more. Is Pawan afraid of glitter? I like me glitter. Let's see. There, now you can see it. Okay, so now we have 3 jars that we've made of the sparkle. And let's see what happens here. I'm gonna try and add a vein of it in here and see. I think it needs a wee bit of water. It's a little too thick. All right, that should be plenty. Okay, that'll work nice now. That's better. All right. Now we'll have a really shockingly shiny center. You can just, play with this. It's all about experimenting. All right, there you go. Put a lid on that. So did I miss anything? Was there anything that somebody else wanted me to show that I didn't show? I can certainly, do more of these types of tutorials if you like them, if you are interested in it. We had a good crowd here most of the night, so I guess that means that you liked what you saw. I'd ask that you please give me a thumbs up if you liked tonight. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And please share my channel on social media. I'm almost to 1,000, guys. That means prizes. So, on that note, I think I'm going to actually get out of here. Think about what you want to see me do next as far as acrylic pouring or anything, really. Join the Facebook group. We're going to start having lots of fun. As soon as I retire, we'll be having even more fun because then you won't be able to get rid of me. Sign up there. I'm going to formulate our first swap, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks, Rose. Thanks, Kiki. Thanks, Sherry. Again, join the Facebook group. If you have any questions, you can post them there. I'll happily answer them. Can I do a pour with very dark blue and some sparkle in it and then copper mica? I certainly can, Aristi. Remind me of that next Sunday. And I'll try that. Because I do have the copper glitter now. I can also make more of it. Oh, you're welcome, Wanda. Thanks for coming. Night, Missy. Night, Michelle. Night, Pawan. PJ. Carrie. Sanjay. Rose. Sherry. Everybody that came tonight. I appreciate it so much, guys. I really enjoy hanging out with you. Oh, you're welcome, Pat. Thanks for coming. Arista, you have a good day. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I love you, and I will see you again on Thursday at 7 p.m. right here, same bat channel. Love you too, Kiki. All right, guys. Good night, Tracy. All righty, guys. I'm out. Hi everyone, it's Melissa from 70 Acre Studio. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd be grateful if you'd please give me a thumbs up and a kind comment down below. Please share my channel with your friends and on your social media, and please subscribe. When you subscribe, please click the alarm bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. Thanks for helping grow my channel. So long now.